What's up, everybody? This is Trinity Gamer 333 here today to bring you the next video in the Xenoverse 3 series videos. And for those of you that are new or don't know, this is a series of videos in which we talk about new ideas and implementations that they could add into the next installment in the Xenoverse franchise. And as I did in my previous Xenoverse idea video, I'd also like to clarify these are not concepts that have been speculated as being true or have not been confirmed by any of the developers or anything. This is simply just a collection of ideas from around the community as well as myself and what we would like to see in the next Dragon Ball Xenoverse game. And what I like to call this game that they would come out with is the Dragon Ball game to end all Dragon Ball games. And today we're going to be talking about Part 3, Character Creation, Subpart 11, Special Skills. So without further ado, let's begin. So when it comes to the Saiyans, they have two special skills, or things that are built into their characters within the start of the game. And that is the Satellite Moon, and this grants the ability to produce a Satellite Moon in any fight. This is to give any Saiyan the ability to transform into a Great Ape during the fight. And this is if you have the Great Ape transformation already put into your transformation slot. This does not count if you have Super Saiyan or something like that put in, but you can still create a Satellite Moon for somebody else that is using the form as well. And this form should be balanced to a way where you can use it in any situation, whether it be you're fighting against a boss or whatnot. Then also they have the ability, the Zenkai boost, and this grants the ability to give the Saiyans a more substantial experience boost when winning or losing. So the Saiyans will actually progress a lot faster than any other race because of their Zenkai boost ability and how they can get much stronger much faster than other races. Now let's talk about the humans. The human special skill will be key sensitivity, and this will allow the humans to do two things. One, lock onto an opponent at any part of the map and always stay locked on, even if they get their stamina broken by an android. So even if the map's so far that any other race can't lock onto them, the humans actually can sense their ki from that far away and will be able to lock onto them at any part of the map and be able to fire ki blasts all the way to them if need be. And also if they get their stamina broken by an android, whereas I said before because of their hidden ki kind of, or somebody with android ki, that is, when the person gets their stamina broken, they actually lose track of them. But with a human, they will not. They will always be able to sense somebody with android ki and won't lose their target at any point in the game. It also gives humans a 5% ki charge increase automatically on top of everything else they add. So potentially they could have a 20% increase depending on the type of ki they choose as well. Now let's talk about the Frieza Race. Now we're going to talk about max power. Now I know they have a form called 100%, and it's very similar to what the max power form is, but in max power, this in any form, it can you can activate this ability to gain 10% to their stats until they get down to 1 bar of stamina. The stamina drains at a 5% rate every 3 seconds, and this takes 2 bars of ki to activate. So they will get this 10% stats increase until, let's say they have 10 stamina bars, until those 9 stamina bars drain, and that could be within 45 seconds, it could be 30 seconds. It all depends on their stamina as well and how long they can hold this specific form or power up. And it will take 2 bars of ki to activate, so it's kind of like a super attack in a way, but this is also for balancing purposes, and I think that this would be a great way to give the Frieza Race a little bit of an edge in a fight, so that's their special skill. Now let's talk about the Namekians. The Namekians, as in the same as Xenoverse 2, except a little bit different, have constant health regeneration. And this gives Namekians the ability to constantly regenerate their health. Their health constantly regenerates at a rate of 0.5% per second. So I know that seems really low, but honestly, if you did it at 1% per second, then, if for some reason there was a time span of 1 minute and 40 seconds, where nobody was fighting, their entire health would regenerate if they were almost at nothing. So I think that this slower rate kind of adds a little bit of better of a balance to it, but it also gives them a little bit of an edge in a fight as well, especially if you're on teams and your team is fighting against the other characters and kind of getting their attention while you heal yourself as a Namekian. And you can stack this on top of the healing ki as well, and this will proved to be very beneficial, especially in team-based matches. Now we talk about the Majins, and they have a ability called Absorption, and this allows the Majins to absorb their opponent for up to 20 seconds of time to charge their ki up. So what happens is they shoot out that little pink stuff, and if it connects with the opponent, then they'll actually get absorbed for 20 seconds, which allows the opponent to not do anything necessarily for 20 seconds, and it'll let the Majins be able to charge up and get ready for when they are released, and the Majins may release the opponent at any time. But this may not be used in the last minute of the match, and this also would regenerate 5% health back to the Majins once they absorb the opponent. And for balancing purposes, I'm going to say that they should only be allowed to use this a maximum of 1 to 2 times per match, and I think that when the if they get absorbed and there's 1 minute and 10 seconds left, as soon as it hits that 1 minute mark, the person is released no matter what. It should not go under that 1 minute mark at all, because that would be unfair, especially if you're down to the last 10 seconds and you just absorb them just so you can win. So just for balancing purposes, that wouldn't be fair. So we're not going to do that. So at least till it gets to the last 1 minute, but as soon as the 1 minute mark hits, it lets the person be released. Now the androids will have the infinite energy special ability, which starts them off with 1 bar of extra ki automatically, and it's higher than any other race at the start of the game. And this also cuts down the cost, I put COTS, I meant cost, of all super and ultimate attacks by 1 bar of ki. So if a super attack is 1 bar of ki, I'm going to keep it at 1 bar of ki, because that would be something that you could just spam that. So we're going to say it would stay at 1 bar of ki, but if there's something that's worth 2 bars of keys, then it cuts it down to 1 bar of ki. And if there's an ultimate attack that's 3 bars, then it's only 2 bars of ki. Same with if there's a ultimate attack that's 5 bars of ki, it'll be dropped to 4 bars of ki. So that's just kind of the idea behind the infinite energy, and it gives them more of an advantage in a fight as well, which helps balance everything out. So if you guys liked my video, go ahead and subscribe to me at TrinityGamer333 and leave a like and a comment. And the next time we will have a video is called Part 3, Character Creation, Sub-Part 12, Final Synopsis of the Character Creation. And then after that, we'll get into Part 4, and it'll go into a whole new set of things. And we're going to be talking about clothes, items, weapon usage, and then also the character roster that'll be in the game. We'll also be talking about different attacks that'll be in the game as well. So there's a lot more to come from my Xenoverse 3 Ideas videos. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, see you later.